Hi guys, I'm Jules and this is my trip to Tibet. So welcome back to Vegan Quirks, where we talk about veganism, minimalism, environmentalism, being an expat in China, and more. This is part 2 of my video about my trip to Tibet. Sorry, the lighting. So I posted part 1 about a month ago, and I'm finally getting my stuff together to post the second part of this video. The last one I kind of talked through it and talked about the different things I saw, but this one is a lot more just like scenery and a lot less like specific stuff that I can talk about. So I'm just gonna do a quick intro and then overlay some music over a bunch of pretty things that you can look at. I'm very sorry, my camera is auto-focusing and the lighting's probably gonna change about, but whatever, it doesn't matter. I hope it doesn't bother you too much. So, now we're getting onto the driving around a lot and stopping at random places part of my trip. And as part of a tour, that's kind of what you end up doing. If you have to get somewhere that's like very far away and you're gonna be driving 6 hours, 8 hours, whatever in a day, what they do is they do pit stops where you get to see like, here's a beautiful lake, here's a very nice mountain, here's a bunch of prayer flags. And that's actually my favorite part, is that there's so many cool like mountains in different areas, and one of like the traditional things that the Tibetan people do, and now a bunch of tourists do, is that they put prayer flags on the mountains, and it's super beautiful. And especially in like the snowy areas, there's this like beautiful contrast of like the gray and white snowy mountains and like the like bright colorful prayer flags. And so yeah, the next couple days of my trip was really driving, seeing something, driving, seeing something. So you're gonna see a lot of driving around, like out my window footage, and a lot of just standing at a place and then being gone after 5 seconds, because that's basically what we did. Hop off, hop on, sit and eat lunch, get back on the bus, etc. And the end of the video is when we finally get close to Mount Everest, and so my third video is going to be about the end of my Tibet trip, getting to Mount Everest, and I'll talk a little bit about that then. So without further ado, here is part 2 of my trip to Tibet. Future editing Jules coming at ya. Just a warning, the next couple clips show animals, yaks, Tibetan mastiffs, which are a type of dog, and baby goats, all being either chained to one place or trained to be sat on, dressed up, etc. for the amusement of tourists for taking pictures. I wanted to document this because I found it interesting, and honestly, you know, a lot of this stuff is super cultural of like the way that we view animals, and I lived in China long enough to know that people there don't view animals the same way that I do for the most part. And you can check out, I'll link my playlist of videos on that topic over yonder, I believe. And so this is something I did not want to pay for, I did not want to participate in, but I do have some footage on, just so you guys can see what exactly happens at some of these tourist stops. Oh my god, never enough goats. This is hilarious. thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed it. Stay tuned for my next installment, which we'll see. I may get to post it next week, or there may be another video or two in between. Editing these videos isn't super hard, but I just tend to get like a mental block about them, so sometimes I end up stopping in between to film other types of videos that I can just sit down and talk about because I find it easier to edit those. We'll see. Enjoy. See you next time. Bye.